Gary Burr has 32 top 40 hits, 24 top 10s, and 14 #1 songs. He has co-written songs with Carole King, Richard Marx, Don Schlitz, Victoria Shaw, Kenny Loggins, and Ringo Starr. His songs have been recorded by Christina Aguilera, Garth Brooks, Reba, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Kelly Clarkson, and so many more. He was named Songwriter of the Year by Billboard. He has been inducted into the Nashville Songwriter Hall of Fame, and we have got Gary Burr here with us now. Gary, it is so nice to talk to you.
Well, it's lovely to talk to you.
Well, we love this. You've worked with some of the biggest stars in music. Can you tell us a little bit more about your career and kind of how you became a songwriter?
This has happened more and more infrequently these days, but you're talking to a guy that went to the original Woodstock.
Oh.
And I was supposed to be an electrician for my dad's company, but I went to Woodstock and I looked around and I realized that the guys with the guitars got a lot more girls than electricians. So I came back to town and I picked up a guitar and I taught myself how to play, got a band together. And at one point, because I was the guitar player, everybody in my band says, "You're supposed to write our songs." So I started writing bad rip-off of Beatles songs and stuff like that. And eventually, after a long process, the songs got decent enough that they started to get recorded by other artists.
What was it like the first time you submitted one of your songs to someone? Because that's got to be like, oh gosh, you know what I mean? Were you nervous?
I was living in Connecticut, and I had this guy who was sort of my mentor in New York City. And I didn't know what he was doing in New York City. Little did I know he was sending tapes out to all these different people in LA and Nashville. And all of a sudden I got a phone call to say that someone was recording one of my songs. And that was, that kind of never really entered my mind that was a possibility. And then to have it go and go and go. And then all of a sudden, turn on the radio, there's your song. I was still, working, running around, pulling wires through people's attics at that point. This guy in New York helped me get a record deal. And the week that my record came out, the company went out of business. So, he decided, I'm going to try to sell your songs until we can find another record deal. And 35 years later, we're still looking for a record deal, but I've had a lot of songs cut.
In the meantime, you've been pretty successful and you are now into book writing. You have a new novel, Reunion. It kind of marks a big step from songwriting to storytelling. Can you tell us a little bit about the book?
Sure. I was in New York City. Every time I go to New York City, I always like to go to Strawberry Fields, the area that's designated as a monument to John, and it's in the shadow of the Dakota. And it was right before the pandemic. I was sitting there and I was thinking how easily it would have been that John and his assassin didn't meet that day. John could have stayed in the studio for an extra couple of playbacks. The assassin could have said, "I'm hungry, I'm going to go get a burger." A million things could have happened, so they would have never met that night. And I was thinking, if I could come up with a plausible reason why those two never intersected, then that's a whole new world and a whole new timeline for the universe, and certainly for all us music lovers. That's what I did. The pandemic hit. Everybody was songwriting over Zoom, and I didn't care for that. So I said, what am I going to do with my time? I had already finished Breaking Bad. So I just said, I'm going to see where that goes. If my imaginary timeline, what would that look like? And because I've spent a lot of time in bands, I spent a lot of time in studios with bands, a lot of time on stage, I kind of knew that world. And the more I wrote and the more I explored what that alternative timeline would be like, the more fun it was, until I just looked up and at the end of the pandemic, I had a book.
Where can we get your book?
It's doing real well on Amazon. Just go to Amazon, type in, it's called Reunion, or you can go to my website, GaryBurr.com, and actually get an autograph one if that appeals to you. But it's on Amazon, and I think anybody that's a music lover and certainly a Beatle lover is going to get a kick out of it. It's a real funny, sweet read.
It was so great catching up and talking to you, Gary. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You too.